Here we go, the final leg, a reunion to Durban to complete mine and Viento Del Mar's circumnavigation, the preparation, the sailing, and right at the end it all gets a bit emotional. But first of all, the preparation. These are our two pet dogs here. We fed them once and they keep coming back. Shame, man, they're so cute. Look at those tails. Hey boys. Very cute. They're the resident dogs here on the dockside. Hey, good boy. Hey, good one. Oh, now they're drooling. Shame, man. And it's D-Day, Departure Day, Destiny Day, Do It Day. Heading for Africa, leaving Reunion. Bucky's just back from his last fishing attempt. Anything? Nothing. Okay, we'll have to head out to the big deep sea to get some fish, it seems. Yeah, as Bucky says, beautiful morning. And Murray's hanging the last of his clothes out to dry before departure. And yeah, we're getting ready. And leaving Reunion Island. There we go, 12 days at sea. Africa, here we come. Guys are all cautiously excited. And yeah, there's the starboard marker, port marker, and we are on our way. There we go. Neptune, be kind. We are hardly out of port, and the boys have got the lines going. Okay, and it's going out on a bungee cord. There's like an elastic that stretches out the back. Yeah, exactly. Goodbye lure. But interesting, we haven't done this before on Viento Del Mar, so we're going to have a look and see what's going on. Yeah, we're hardly out of port and the boys have got the lines out. Murray looking like a real chef there with the dish towel over the shoulders. Like he's got some sort of pot going on there. Yeah, let's see what he comes up with. The interesting concoction. Oh, laugh at sea. So this passage has two sections to it. The first one is to the bottom of Madagascar, and we had winds on the beam. Coming from the side, it was a messy sea. And then we had to get around the bottom of Madagascar, and we hit this sort of sheer line of weather, thunderstorms and lightning, and that also challenged us. And just to really challenge us, as you get to the bottom of Madagascar, you get this current gyro, and we ended up on the wrong side of it, fighting into 2 to 3 knots of current, and that with the wind from the side, it created a bit of a washing machine sea. It wasn't pleasant. A little bit more life at sea. We've got Bucky and Jeff on dinner duty, so they're putting together a pot stew with all the ingredients over there. Sorry, what's that, Jeff?
Of note.
Of note. And the idea is we're cooking a big pot so that we're expecting strong winds tomorrow night, so we don't have to cook tomorrow night. So we're doubling up for 2 days. It's a chicken pot. You can see it's getting all nasty spiced up there. Yeah.
Let's see if Irish competes. The Irish is famous for chicken pot.
Irish under pressure, but I think you got trouble here. This is looking good. And outside we've got 23, 24 knots going on. You can see over there, 22 knots true wind. Apparent wind's only 16 knots, and the apparent wind is less than the true wind. So the boat's only feeling 16 knots, and that's because we are running downwind. We're not quite wing on wing yet, but we've got the jib reefed, folded up, furled up quite a bit, and we're running with the swell, so it's quite comfortable. Yeah, good day at sea, but tomorrow the sport starts. We're expecting 30 to 40 knots downwind, fortunately. So we wake up to day 4 at sea. It's been a rough night. It was, sorry Bucky, I'll be there in a sec. And it was, yeah, changing sails at midnight, adjusting sails on 25 to 30 knot sea. It was all over the place. And you can see that sea out there. It's not a friendly place at the moment, and yeah, we've got to get through this. The problem we got here is we've got hectic current against us, so the famous South Madagascan counter current hammering us back and causing a choppy sea when you got current against the wind. So we're trying to fight our way and get through this lot. There we go. It's all in Murray's control. He's got it all under control, and don't mess it up. And good morning, early morning. It's about 4:30 in the morning from bottom of Madagascar. I'm on my night shift, my 4 to 6 night shift. Everyone else is asleep. It's been a rough night. We had 30 knots the whole night, 25 to 30 knots, and gusting up to 35 knots. So we've been kept busy. You can see on the chart here. They're battling to keep on course here. The wind is just so strong it won't let me turn onto the purple line, the course line. So, and the reason it's strong is the wind accelerates across the bottom of Madagascar here. So it's tough sailing here. Finally got out of the counter current against us, and now we're sitting with wind that's so strong we can't even sail the direction we want. But it's predicted to die off later this morning, later today, and hopefully then we can get back on course. The joys of open ocean sailing. Just waiting for my coffee to boil. So I'm here inside the boat through the front window, and this gives you an idea of the rock and roll. You can see the boat, you'll see the next 2 clips as well, the boat all over the place, and the waves are often breaking over the bow. Hundreds of birds, and the hunters are getting excited.
Very excited.
They've got the lines, the fishing rods are out there, and they're hoping those birds mean fish. The fishermen are in action. Like he's onto something that's stretching his arms here. No rush, take your time. Okay, so this is the first day we've had relative calm, so it's bacon and eggs day.
Spoiled day.
Jeff has done us a good bacon and scrambled eggs mix here. We haven't got orange juice, small luxuries at sea. Cheers guys, enjoy.
Cheers.
And then Bucky got into a nice dorado, mahi-mahi or dolphin fish as some call it, which provided dinner for a night or two. Gotcha, hold him, pull him up. Otherwise he's... Hey, put him up onto the deck here. Keep it up. Hey, 5-1. Yeah. Nice one, Bucky. And the lousy part, cleaning up.
Fish down below.
Fish is getting a rinse. end of a motoring day at sea. You can hear the engine in the background. But to make up for that, the sunset going. Beautiful. Nice end. It's heading west. Africa is under that sun. We wake up to a glassy sea. Lines are going out. Sunrise. Quite a glassy sea, a little bit of a breeze, a little ripple on the water, but start of day, I don't know, it's about day 8 for us. It's like he's at it again, and he looks like it's a battle that may be won. Come on. So Bucky's fighting. I've got the boat in reverse, trying to help him. Okay, I gotta spin the boat, gotta go. Still he fights. Okay, I've got to back up some more. Trying to make it easy for him backing up the boat. So far so good. It's been about a 10-minute fight so far. Okay, we're about probably 20 minutes into the battle of the Indian Ocean, yeah? And there he goes. Wheel stripping, you can hear it. So we're down to the handle broke off the reel at the most opportune time, and we're down to a screwdriver to crank the reel, and this beast has gone straight down. It's only 5,000 meters deep here, so he's got lots of room to play. This is about 25 minutes into the battle. Like he's got his hands full, yeah. What's that? 45 minutes?
45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes.
Yeah. Well fought, Becky. I think the tackle got the better of us in the end. There's your workout for the week. Woo.
Excuse me, you haven't been coming up to the top.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a beast. I reckon 30 kilos. Guess what happened, yeah, Becky?
Too much power.
Too much power from the fish or from the fishermen?
From the fishermen.
Okay, the fishermen.
Yeah.
Alright.
Too much power.
And then the hook. So you can see that hook.
Yeah.
It straightened the hook.
And the thumb.
And the thumb got graunched with the screwdriver through the reel.
We lost the handle of the reel.
And we lost a handle on the reel. Yeah, that yellowfin tuna buggered us up, eh? Properly. Well fought, well tried. There we got our lure back and the line. Well done, gentlemen. Next time. It's a mid-ocean stop here for a swim. It's only 4,000.
What are you ever going to get?
The cleanest water you'll get, yeah. And Jeff, it's only 4 kilometers below you.
Thank you.
Nice thought. And I don't know what's down there. Yeah, we are in the middle of absolutely Pogo. The blue desert. Just some proof of where we swam. There's Madagascar, Africa, be right there, and you can see the depth contours. That's the 3,000 meter contour right there. That's the 4,000 meter contour. So where we are now is 4,000 meters plus. They didn't bother to measure anything past 4,000. But yeah, it's rather,
Yes, sir.
definitely the deep end of the ocean. And you've got to use days like these just to slow down. Well, we are slowing down as part of our strategy now. And unwind and get some vitamin C, vitamin D. So we are in the shipping lanes here. There's a ship, he's 3 nautical miles from us. You can see him over here, I'll show you. There he goes over there. Wide big ocean. Come across quite a few of those. It's been fairly busy. It needs to ship every hour. Okay, so this is probably one of the more weird days at sea I've had. We're trying to slow the boat down, so we've turned everything off and we're just bobbing around the ocean to slow down, and it's working. You can see we've got 0.6 knots. Trying to kill time to let the big front go through. So we're sitting down, it's a pleasant day. And Jeff, what have you got here for us?
We have a little dorado sashimi.
Ah,
With a nice butter and soya sauce.
okay.
For starters.
That's the dorado was caught yesterday, I think.
That's the dorado, yes.
By that man over there.
Yeah.
And yeah, here we go. So this is a sundowner beer, the 1-a-day policy, as you all know. And sushi at sunset. Further reason why we were slowing down, you could see we were coming up to this weather front coming up the coast of South Africa. So we were holding back to allow the worst of it to go through before we drove straight into it. And to do that, you can see we had the jib rolled up pretty small and the mainsail down to really slow us down. It's dolphin viewing time, just before the storms get here. Alright, it's day 9, yeah, and we got ourselves sitting around about 33 knots at the moment, 32, 33. We had 47 knots earlier, sustained 40, gusting 47, so now it's piped down to a mild 32 now. And let me go show you what the sea looks like. The best idea is out the front window, because I'm not going out there. This is what it looks like. So just focus out there, sorry, yeah, a bit more focus. There we go. So yeah, it's a spicy sea. It's definitely keeping our interest, and all we've got is about half the jib out, no mainsail. Viento Del Mar. Good morning, sir. Just checking if you are aware of our presence. We are on your starboard side. We understand we are unable to turn to port. Just checking if there's anything you could do to allow for a ride to go. Over.
Okay, understood. I will continue after. I position, over.
That would be appreciated. Thank you very much. And we will stand by on 16.
Thank you.
So it's just before 1 in the morning on my night shift on, I think, what might be my second or third last night at sea on this trip. And yeah, this is where we're going. You can see on the chart here, we're going up around this big loop, and the reason we're doing that is to catch a current wheel which circulates. There's a big current that circulates here, and so we're going up and around, and you can see we're doing 7-8 knots. All right, and our speed through the water is 6.7 knots. So we got at least 1.5 knots of current. So we found this big current wheel, and it's slingshotting us through to, well, either to Richards Bay or past Richards Bay to Durban. Haven't decided yet whether we're going to stop at Richards Bay. But anyway, that's our story. Got nothing better to do on night watch other than watch the speed, make sure our route is correct, because outside there it's just black, nothing to see. And the other thing I've done to pass the time on my night watch, I sat here and I try to work out how many islands I've been to on this around the world little escapade. And at this stage, and I've been, our Reunion was the last island, because there will be no more islands. I've calculated, well, mentally I ran through my route, and I've got 87 islands. Some of them have just been little sand keys, sand patches. Some of them have just been a one-night anchorage. But that's 87 islands visited on this trip. So yeah, it's, when I look back and I think of all the little spots and dots I've been to, yeah, it's been quite special. Anyway, before I get too emotional, it's back to night watch. So not only did the weather front push us north, but you could see this current gyro of current in the water. We had to go around the top of it. Otherwise, we would have gone through the bottom of it and straight into the current. So yeah, another little obstacle we had to get around. Good morning on day 11, we think. And haven't seen land in 11 days. And Skipper is enjoying his morning coffee. We've got the sun coming up over there. And wow, looking like a good day. The interesting part, we've still got current with us. So if you look, we've still got, we're doing top left corner, we're doing 9 knots, 9.7. And we're actually only doing through the water 6.67. So we are very thankful for the current. So this is the actual course we plotted, and you can see how the current and the wind drove us all over the Indian Ocean, zigzagging all over the place. Skyfall, this is Viento Del Mar, Viento Del Mar. Skyfall, you want to go up to 7.2? Over.
7-2.
Skyfall, Viento Del Mar.
Hi, we got visual on you as well, over.
Hey Tom, good man. Yeah, we've been watching you for a while, creeping up on us, and I see you got about a knot quicker than us. We're bashing away as catamaran in these kind of oceans. We bang insane, but we're making progress and starting to get on a course now, heading south.
You can tell that the current is swinging around more than pushing you around. The heading that you need is to keep the same course over ground. I sail a bit freer.
And another day and another bounce. I think it's day 10, and yeah, we got the southwesterly, and we're bashing into it to try and get towards Durban, or Richards Bay first, and then Durban. So it's you'll see now. This is the best way to show the rock and roll. There we go. Here comes the wave. Yeah. But Viento Del Mar is marching on solidly, piling into it. So, as is customary at the end of a ocean crossing, I'd like to just do a summary. This is quite an important ocean crossing because it is the final ocean, and it's coming up to, we're just passing Richards Bay on our starboard side here and heading for Durban. Quite a nice strong building northeaster, so it's a downwind sleigh ride to Durban. But yeah, it's obviously an emotional time. It's end of 3 years, just short of 3 years of sailing and anchoring and upping anchor and marinas and out marinas and reefs and dodging reefs, dodging weather. But I would do it all again in a heartbeat. Most important thing on a trip like this, if I can tell you my best advice, two things. Your boat must be up to it, and Viento Del Mar has excelled. Some of her systems are old and they had to be replaced, but the boat itself is solid, and yeah, full trust in her. And then second most important, your crew. Crew can make or break a leg, can make or break a passage, can make it enjoyable or a nightmare. I've had it all. So select your crew carefully. Best crew are friends and family, people you know. Because when you get people you don't know what you're getting, and it's been a problem. So make sure you got the right boat, make sure you got the right crew. Yeah, you could have your wife or your partner with you, which is fantastic, but it can also be a marriage breaker or a relationship breaker. There are plenty stressful times, a lot of shouting and screaming. I sometimes found myself shouting and screaming at the crew, and you feel terrible, but the adrenaline pumps in certain situations. Anyway, approaching Africa, end of 3 years of sailing, and yeah, just once again well done to Viento Del Mar. Awesome. Do a summary later on, but this the wind's coming up, got to get sailing. Last leg to go, last hurdle. Okay, so we're all pretty grumpy. We've just found out we can't check into South Africa, and we're going to have to sit in the marina on the boat for the weekend and drink beer. But that's besides the point. and Murray's even more grumpy because he's on dishwashing duty. Somebody's got to do it. And Bucky made sure he used all the pots and pans, as you can see, because he knew Murray was on dishwashing duty.
Second time he's caught me.
Second time, yeah. Anyway, life aboard. Always something. We're running dead downwind. Just passing Richards Bay on our way to Durban. Expecting to reach Durban at about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And you can see the sun is going down. So it'll be a run through the night. Dead downwind, strong northeasterly, expecting 30 knots. Let's do it. Durban and home for all of us. Here we come. Okay, so there's been a tough leg. Let's get the opinion of the crew, what they thought of reunion to Durban.
Always thought it was going to be difficult, but we've had everything from the sublime to the ridiculous. Wind, rain, lightning, 47 knot winds. We've been tested. It's been fun to survive it.
I told you it's not going to be a holiday. It's not a cocktails and sunset cruise. What do you think of the trip?
Oh, Brandon, they talk about this plain sailing story, and I don't know the origins of it, but it's quite an obvious sort of thing. But I haven't come across this plain sailing story. Maybe we'll have it tonight. I don't know. Up until now, we've had no plain sailing. It's all been, I'd like to say...
You can swear, you're allowed to swear.
It's been fucking hard.
There we go.
And on your arse, on your body, and on your emotions. But Brandon has done a very sterling job. He's kept us calm, and he's made us feel safe. So that's
That is the African sun setting over Africa. We saw a spot of land earlier, so we know it's over there. But that is the African sunset. It's good to see. Very good to see. It's Saturday, 2nd of November 2024. We are on the final approaches to Durban. We've got 24 nautical miles left to Durban. It is first light. You can see in the background, first light. And we almost had a little problem. We were cruising along nicely. Suddenly realized we were in the current and we were at serious risk of overshooting Durban and carrying on down the South African coast. And trust me, if you look at the sea outside here, there's no ways we would have turned back into that sea. So we would have had ourselves a little cruise down the coast. But so we turned hard to starboard and we're back on track, looking about 4 hours to get to Durban. The crew are all up and excited for arrival day. Hey. They're having passage coffees.
And Maury biscuits.
And Maury biscuits. So we're approaching Durban and we're starting to get cell phone signal, and then we lost a bit of cell phone signal, and it's probably that monstrosity over there blocking the cell phone signal. That is one of the super container ships. It is over 400 meters long. It is 70 meters wide. That's 4 rugby fields long and about a rugby field wide. Yeah, absolutely massive, dominating the skyline here. And that anchor and all the other little ships pale into insignificance compared to that. And there it is, the harbour entrance. Came out there almost 3 years ago. Turned to starboard. Sorry, frog in the throat. Turned to starboard, headed to Cape Town. Now I'm coming in from the north. Once I'm in that harbour entrance, that's the track crossed. This is Durban. Crew are just as excited. Skipper, don't F it up. And coming up to DUC, Durban Underwater Club, our home club. It's hairy in here today in the bay, so I'm going to hot-foot it out soon. But that there, all under that walkway, is our club. And this is a video clip taken from the DUC dive boat of us coming out of Veggies. And you can see why I was anxious to get out of there. We had to punch through these waves. Almost went wrong right at the end of sort of 200 meters from the end of a circumnavigation. It almost went wrong. And our welcoming committee. There they are. The Durban Underwater Club dive boat. Come out in these conditions to welcome us home. Great effort, guys. Thank you, DUC. So coming into the harbour entrance here, I'm going to go, meant to keep to starboard in the channel in the harbour entrance. I'm going to go a little bit across to port. Reason being, that'll cross my track. Okay, coming up to the port marker buoy here. And I'm very close to it. So I'm pretty sure across my track of where we left 2 years and about 11 months ago. Just a little jaunt around this big rock. Hey, and the welcoming committee. Look at that. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Gail, for the welcoming banner. Very good. And all the ladies that came out to welcome us back. See their men come back from sea. And these are those men. Thanks, guys. Great crew for the final leg. Jeff, Bucky, Murray, awesome job. Thanks, guys. Okay, so we've arrived. The ultimate passage beer. And everyone else came for a passage beer as well. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Brandon. Thank you very much. Well done.
Passage beer, thank you, and thank you all for coming. Thank you. And yeah, we'll great sailing and end of a epic tour. Tomorrow we see if we can get down to Cape Town.
Welcome home, guys.
Thank you.
Well done, Brandon. Around the world, and great passage. Thank you, bud.
Well done, crew. World class. And sorry, one more thing. Thank you for this baby here.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Brought us all here.
Boat as well. Great boat.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Cheers, Brandon. Thank you.
So a little bit of quiet time. We've just had a few beers and passage beers to celebrate Viento Del Mar's homecoming. But just a little tribute to this boat behind me. Man alive, it's just soldiered on through seas that I thought it couldn't take on at times. It's been bashed, it's been hammered, it's landed on reefs, it's been pulled off reefs, Cook Islands, stuck on a reef. I dived under the boat. The rudders and the skegs that the rudders are mounted on were being pulled sideways. I don't know how they didn't snap off, but hats off to the build quality of this Maxim 380 catamaran. It's she's had her systems fail, engines and autopilots, but that's all part of age. But the superstructure of the boat and the quality of the build of the boat, I don't know, it's unbelievable what it's done around the planet. And this is it, Viento Del Mar. Sorry, frog in the throat. Back in her home mooring in Durban, 2 years, 10 months, and there she is, back in her place. In the distance there, behind me, is Audacia, the New Zealand boat. They're the boat, it's a bit of irony, they're the boat that helped pull me off the reef in Aitutaki, and they are now right behind me, moored up there for 2-3 months actually. Yeah, Dave and Charlie. Anyway, back in Durbs by the sea. Right, so brief summary of I'll do a full summary of the circumnavigation, but my brief thoughts. It's tough. 80% boat work, stress, but the feeling of achievement is second to none. And since I was a kid, I used to love geography at school. I knew all the countries, I knew all the capitals of every country, and all I wanted to do was travel. My work, which was traveling with a sports team, I loved my work because I traveled, and this was traveling around the world on my own terms, seeing parts of the world that you don't normally get to see. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm extremely happy, and thanks to all the crew that helped me get this boat around the world. I can tell you, it is not for the faint-hearted. It is expensive. Whatever you think it's going to cost, double it. And don't shortchange yourself on the quality of your boat and the quality of the fittings you put on the boat. And look after, as I said before, get the best crew, and they usually your best crew is your family and friends, without a doubt. So yeah, I'll do a full summary, but happy to be back in Durban. And when's my next trip? The thoughts cross my mind, getting the itch already. Let's see. And last but not least, every boat needs a good luck charm, and here's Lizzie. Lizzie. It's been on that spot. It's my good luck charm all the way around, and well done, Lizzie. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to finally take Lizzie. He's done his job, her job, and Lizzie is going to get the comfort of the chart table. Well done, Lizzie. Carried us a long way. And that's it. The story is complete. Viento Del Mar in her mooring. here in Durban, and she just had her final wash. There we go. Just last but not least, a thank you to Gordon and Frida Jackson, my late parents, and my dad and I bought the boat half, 50-50. Plan was always for him to join on a lot of the sections. he would have absolutely loved parts of that trip, and so yeah, I took the boat round for him. And Frida, my mom, she loved being on the boat. So yeah, it was a trip for them, and I thank them for the boat, for their share, and the ability to be able to do it. Mom, Dad, here's to you.